I'm a rhythm section player, I'm a guitar player. That doesn't mean I'm a bad musician, but some people might think so, but we'll see. So Chuck Tomlinson, who's with me, is going to have a lot of great comments for the rest of the band, but for my little section of the clinic, and we have just a short clinic here, I'm going to work a little bit with the rhythm section. So I want to go back to the second tune, that sort of Art Blakey shuffle that you guys did. So now there was never a point at which both bass players were playing, right?
No.
Okay, because it was like I'm watching the bass, and then all of a sudden I hear a bass solo. So you just bring the bass solo, just the bass, and okay, so that's sort of cool. So is the other guy around? He's hiding. He's hiding. There he is. And that was all right, okay, right?
Right.
Okay, because we didn't have the charts. Actually, the band sounds really good, and my comments on the rhythm section are really just to put the final Carnauba wax polish on things, because it actually sounds great. And so what happens then is when you are given comments, you have to put it in that context. Look, it already sounds good. Let's see if we can't fine tune it a little bit. And same piano player through the whole. You played all the charts, right? Okay. All right. So so sometimes what these types of things are when we do the clinics on the bands that are already sounding pretty good is it's just to reflect back to you what we're hearing out front that you might not be hearing up here, or maybe even your director isn't hearing because he's not out in the hall. The one thing that was bugging me about this tune a little bit, I think this tune would be more appropriate on upright bass, right? But having said that, we're on electric bass. But I think what you've got to do is you've got to emulate on this type of a shuffle. I think you got to emulate the acoustic bass a little bit more. So I don't think I would play it quite so legato. I think I would do one of three things. I made three comments on the tape. I would either drop the amount of bass that you've got on your guitar or on the amp. Move your hand back to the bridge a little bit more, because you're way up near the fingerboard, right? So or shorten the notes up. So they're more like, you got like a 30-second note rest at the end of each note. But let's just see, I think we can get that grooving a little bit more. The drum groove, you're doing the double hand shuffle like an Art Blakey shuffle, right? Ish. But that's really good, that's exactly what you want. But if you do one thing within the context of that shuffle, that we call it the two-paw. The two-paw shuffle. Give me a stronger 2 and 4. Yeah. So you're making sure you're really popping that 2 and 4, okay? So let's take just the rhythm section. Oh, someplace where like the whole band would be cooking, but just so I could hear the rhythm section. So why don't we just take the rhythm section maybe just at 6 or something like that. Now, one of the things I just want to mention to you, you're pretty much following the voicings just exactly the way they are on the page, right? And so you're what we call a Steinway player, which means all your voicings are right in here. On this tune, we need the piano to cut through a little bit more. Feel free at any point, yeah, get some of that real estate up there, you know? Like a lot of times when I see people, it's like, I wish we had a piano this big because that's where you're playing, you know? So somebody paid for those notes. You go ahead and play it, you know? And especially like in that last tune. Now the last tune really changed a lot of feels, but where the guitar solo was going on, you could, you know, in a real bluesy tempo, you could really get up there and like Jerry Lee Lewis. You don't have any idea who Jerry Lee Lewis is, right? You know, you shouldn't know, you're too young, you know? But you could get up there and give me some of that up on top. We'll see if we have enough time for that. But right now, I just want to work on more definition in the bass. A little stronger 2 and 4 in the two-paw. And then we'll come back around to the guitar, but I know Dr. Chuck's got some things to say too. Sometimes I get a little too long-winded here. Well, let's just see if we can get this Art Blakey groove. Is it about right, Ron? Yeah. Let's go right at 6. Just the rhythm section. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and. Something happened with this. Did we lose the bass? Okay, just play a little bit. Let me just just hear the bass. Let's see what kind of definition we can get out of the bass. Go ahead and just play that. Okay, move down in between your two pickups. So I'm getting a gong, 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 gong. Give me full treble on your tone controls on the guitar. Do you have it? Oh yeah, okay. Boom, 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 bum, 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 bum. Let's fall in at 6. 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, and. Careful, rushing a little bit. 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, and. With that groove, because you don't want to feel da-da, da-da in your left hand. Just the 2 and 4. Just the 2 and 4. One more time. Man, if you can get any more definition out of that bass, if I asked you to move even further south on your strings, would that, like, would you want to kill me really fast? Or is that going to be all right? Yeah, let's just see. It still needs more definition in the bass, and we need more 2 and 4. Can you give me a little da-da-da? Give me some of that stuff up there. Except with the right notes. That would be the better idea. 1, 2, 6, 2, 3, groove. Yeah. For me, that I don't know, does that work out? You guys got to be careful because you guys are on top rhythm section. It's starting to move forward, you know. So really, when I'm with a rhythm section, okay, we shouldn't name drop, but I'm going to name drop. Okay, guy that told me about this was Steve Gadd, and he said, man, when I have to hold that tempo, I have to feel my whole body sink into the chair, so that I gotta, like, if I play like this, it's going to go forward. And some people want that real, but this, it's like exhale music. Let's all exhale and play that groove one more time. A 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, yeah. Sounds way better like that. So that may be uncomfortable, but I think you have to work on it. Because out front, I'm hearing the pitches, but I'm hardly hearing the beginning of the notes. So it's almost like somebody's holding down like an F on the synthesizer. And I'm just there, ah, but I need that boom, boom, boom. A little bit of rest. That makes, you know, I'm telling you, that makes a huge difference. You know, just putting that, you know, it's like I don't have any paprika in there in the stew, and now I do. I got better sauce in there, better spices in there. Man, that was way better. You know, so if you can, I'm just talking about that tune, and I got some comments for the rhythm section on other tunes, but that one, you got to sit on that tempo. All right, that's my spiel. Bass is a different bass player. You want to switch over? You want to talk about the last tune? Yeah. Okay. Why don't we switch over and then we'll see what's happening on the last tune.